Hello, my name is Kundwani Nyirenda and I'll be taking you through Agriculture Standard 5 lessons. Agriculture in Standard 5 has 26 units and I'll be with you in those all the lessons required. So for today, our first lesson will be the meaning of agriculture. So we have the meaning of agriculture. When we talk of agriculture, what do we mean? What exactly do we like to mean? So by the end of this lesson today, we'll be able to know the meaning of agriculture and some activities that are involved in agriculture. So that is what I was explaining about. You can see from your picture that we have to know the meaning of agriculture. Thereafter, we have to mention some farming activities that are involved in agriculture. Now, talking of agriculture here in Malawi, many people they practice farming, which means they do grow crops and also they do raise farm animals. When you talk of farm animals, we are talking of animals that we live with in our homes, because there are farm animals and there are also wild animals that are live in wild parks. So we don't keep or we don't raise those animals that are in wild parks. We only raise those animals that are farm animals. Such practice is what we call agriculture. Now, looking forward to the meaning of agriculture. When we talk of agriculture itself, we are referring to the practice of growing crops and also rearing animals on the land for people's use. I'll come again. Agriculture is growing crops and rearing animals on the land for people's use. What am I talking about? This is what I've been saying in the introduction. That means people they do rear animals, they do grow crops for their own purposes. The use itself, you can underline if you want. The use itself can be in terms of food, can be in terms of employment. People get employment in several farms where people they produce different crops. People get employed in different farms where people produce different animals. We have meat, we have milk. The milk we drink, the meat we eat in different farms, that comes from agriculture. That comes from the land. Now, that is why we're saying that this agriculture is for people's use. They are the people that use this thing. Nobody else apart from the people. Now, so agriculture itself, that is what we are saying, that is the growing of crops and rearing of animals for people's what? Use. Listen to this. Not only that will be the definition for what? Agriculture. Because there are also other terms related to agriculture. And that ones, they are worth to be discussed about. Look at this. Now, this is the definition of agriculture I was talking about. Agriculture is the practice of growing crops and rearing animals for people's what? Use. People use the crops in different terms, in different purposes. Also, people use animals in different purposes. For example, people they use animals in paying dowry. In Malawi culture, it is associated that when you want to marry a woman from other culture, you have to pay what? Animals. Which animals are payable? They are the domestic what? Animals. Which unit do they fall off? They fall under agriculture. You cannot pay a pig to someone who is you are marrying. You cannot pay an aeroplane there. That one is not an animal. You pay cows, you pay whatever goats, whatever they tell you, but it is linked or it is linked to domestic or agricultural animals. That is why we are saying that agriculture is the source of everything. For people's what? Use. We use these ones in different aspects. So that much is very much important. That's why the government of Malawi is implying to you to read about agriculture. That is the definition of agriculture. But this is not only the definition of agriculture. Bear with me. Can you look at this? We have this substitution what? Table. When you look at this table, we have substitution table. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 columns, whereby we're having that term agriculture. I would have gone into details with you in the term agriculture only without other relative words, but that is not necessary. Today, what we want to know is to create some other definitions from the substitution table, apart from the definition that we already have. And look at this. This is the definition we already have. Agriculture is the practice of growing crops and rearing animals on land for people's what? For people's use. That is the first definition. I hope you are writing it down. That one is the first definition. Now, from the substitution table, we are having some phrases also that are referring to agriculture. We cannot overlook them. We have to discuss and talk about them. Now, apart from that one, can you write that one down? If you are writing that one down, can you look at this? Let's go back to agriculture. Agriculture is the job. Agriculture itself is the job of what? Of growing crops and rearing animals on the farm. For what? For people's enjoyment. Can you listen to that? Can you get that? Can you decode that into your ears? You find that they are saying that agriculture is the job of growing crops and also rearing animals on the farm for people's what? Use. For people's enjoyment. Look, how do people enjoy? When people have basic needs, we talk of shelter, we talk of clothing, we are talking of food. That is enjoyment. These are basic facts, these are basic points that makes a person complete. You cannot live without food. You cannot live without shelter. You cannot live without the so-called dressing, cloth. So, when you have these ones, you enjoy the life. That is why agriculture is also, from the substitution table, is also the job of growing crops and enjoying and rearing animals on a farm for people's what? Enjoyment. Look at that closely. Look at that meaningly. It is very much important, because when you do agriculture, you can have whatsoever. You can produce cows, you can produce ducks, you can produce chickens. Later on, what do? You sell them. When you sell them, what do? You buy what you need. Basic what? Needs. When you have the basic needs, you enjoy the life itself. Not only that, look at this. Look at this. Agriculture is the art of what? Growing crops and rearing what? Animals. Where do you rear animals? Where do you grow crops? On the land for people's employment. Profit. For people's profit. How? Let me explain to this. When you are doing the art, okay, let me come back to the art. When you say the art, what do we mean? Agriculture is, okay, let me come back to you. Realize you are with me. Let's go back. We have nothing to rush on. Agriculture is the art. You go to all growing crops and rearing animals on the farm for profit. You can underline profit, and also you can underline art. I'll tell you what art is. When we talk of art is having different meanings, but the best meaning in agriculture is human effort. When people they are producing crops, when people they are raising animals, they put their human effort. How? Their time to check on for security purposes. At night, farmers, they wake up. Let me check on my goats. Are they still there? That is human what? Effort. Okay, let's go back to crops. When they are having cabbages in their farms or in their gardens, they water them. They buy pesticides. They buy whatsoever required to make their cabbage so much quality, so much edible, so much marketable. That is human effort, and that is art. That is art. I'm defining art from the angle of agriculture. I know art is having different definitions, but I'm defining it from the angle of agriculture. Human effort. When you have a farm, you produce with all your effort. This year, I would like to produce 26 bags of maize. You work with human effort on that, towards that goal. So when you talk of art, agriculture is the art of growing crops and also rearing animals. We are referring to that one. Not only that, look at this. The same agriculture we're talking about is the science of growing crops and also rearing animals on the land for people's profit. When people they grow animals, let me go back to the term science. When we talk of science, we are talking the study of life. Much you should know is this: animals as well as plants, those things they are living things. Animals they make their own food. People also they make their own food. In as far as agriculture is concerned, we have these two categories of things that belong to the same thing. Plants they have their own life. They have the life. And plants also produce their own food. And the plants they also produce their own offsprings. That is why I am telling you that also agriculture is the science, as you can see from your board. Agriculture is the science of growing crops and rearing animals. Science is the study of life. Plants they have life. Wow. I can assure you that plants they produce their own food. Through which process? Photosynthesis. They produce their own food. That means everything that is able to produce and provide food, that thing is a living thing. Have you seen? That is why agriculture is also the science of growing crops and rearing animals. You know animals, they have the life. Why should we take this out? That's why we are saying that it is the science. We study the life of pigs. We study the life of bees. We study the life of ducks. We study the life of all living things that we raise on a farm. So that is why we are saying that agriculture is the science of growing crops, because science is a study of life, and plants are also living things. We need to study them for people's enjoyment, no matter what. At the end of the day, people, they do enjoy. How? I've said already that when they sell their crops, when they sell their domestic birds, when they sell their domestic animals, cows, goats, when they sell their sheep, they get something and buy something which is lacking, and hence they enjoy their lives. I've told you already that we use these domestic animals to pay dowry. They don't accept, in our culture, Malawi culture, they don't accept those animals that are not acceptable. You cannot pay there for a buffalo. You cannot pay there. They are not acceptable. They are rare what? Found. But these ones we rear again. That is why agriculture says that we raise animals on what? In the land. We raise animals on what? On a farm. Keep that in your mind. Now, not only that, we also have agriculture is a, go back there on top of the table, is the task, go back here, of growing crops and rearing what? Animals. Where do you rear animals? On land. For what? For people's use. How do you use the animals? We use animals, we use them to sell and buy the counterparts which we are lacking. We use them to pay dowry, as I've already said. We don't exclude this in agriculture. This is not social studies. It's agriculture. We include that. Dowry, we include that. Because the animals that are raised in agriculture, they are used in social. And social is connected to human being. So animals that we raise that are acceptable, that is the same animals that we use in paying dowry. So for people's use, we use them. So also we use them for food. You can kill a goat at your house. Nobody will accuse you. It's your goat. You can kill that one and eat that one out. You can kill a chicken. So that is why agriculture is used for. For the last time, let's go back to agriculture. Agriculture is the study. Look at that one. I won't go further into other columns, but let's get the meaning of the term study. When you look at the term study itself, is looking at with close attention. That is study. I'm taking it from agricultural term, because when you go to English, you get another meaning. But this one is from agricultural term. You get that one from agricultural term. Looking into with close attention. When a farmer has planted maize, a farmer is able to look into that particular maize that has planted with close attention. What my maize needs, okay? My maize needs a fertilizer. I have to apply. What my maize needs? My maize needs weeding. I have to weed that one. That is study. You are studying the life of that particular maize. So agriculture is also a study. A study of what? Growing crops and also rearing animals. When you rear your animals, you study. You look closely. What I'm having chickens. These are the poultry I'm rearing. What do they suffer from? So you look closer to that. Okay, they suffer from chicken pox. They suffer from coccidiosis. You study that one. You are looking closer to that one. So you come up with ideas that will help you to tackle that particular problem. So with the substitution table, we have come up with several definitions of agriculture. And from the introduction, we come with only a single term. That means the growing of crops and the rearing of animals on land for people's what? Use. That is the agriculture. But from the substitution table, we have gone beyond that. So we have the art, we have the job, we have the practice And also we have the science, the study of life. We have this itself, the study. What does it mean to study? To look close into something. So that is agriculture. Now, moving forward, agriculture is not attached to these definitions, but there are also some activities that are connected to agriculture. Look at this. We have some farm activities that are connected to agriculture. The first one is the rearing. The first one, look at this. The rearing of poultry. The rearing of poultry. Looking at the term rearing, these are two different terms. Rearing is raising, keeping. Now, what about poultry? Look at this one, poultry. When we talk of poultry, we are talking of domesticated birds. That is poultry. Domesticated birds. What are domesticated birds? These are the birds that we live in our communities. In fact, in our homes. In fact, in our chorus. In agriculture, we even acknowledge the use of local language in our chorus. For example, I'm talking of chickens, I'm talking of guinea fowls, I'm talking of the goose, I'm talking of the turkey, I'm also talking about pigeons. We raise them in our home grounds. Poultry are domesticated birds. So these are some of the farming activities that are also connected to agriculture. Not only that, we also have fish farming. Yes, here in Malawi we have fish farming. How? I will tell you that we have the largest fisheries in Malawi, Mandego fisheries in Mangochi. It is situated there. People, they raise fish there. They produce fish there of any kind. The most popular chambo is from Mandego fisheries. This is an agricultural activity. Not only that, even in your homes, you can have your bottled thing. You can put a fish in. You can put some sand down there, water, and you put a fingerling there. When we talk of a fingerling, is a small fish that will develop into adult. That is a fingerling. So you can raise that one. That is an agricultural or a farming activities. Not only that, people in their communities, they are rearing rabbits. Yes, we have rabbits in our communities. Even now, people are importing the exotic ones. Johnny White. Those are not our rabbits. Those are not indigenous. But we raise them. That is an agricultural one. That is not a mathematical one. No. It is an agricultural one. We raise rare rabbits. So that is an agricultural activity. Not only that, we have the growing of this item, the most premium source of external forex, tobacco, the growing of tobacco. People in Malawi, this is the largest exchange in Malawi, but it's done under agriculture. So it is an activity that is done under agriculture. So we do that one, growing of tobacco. And the popular district in Malawi is Rombi and Kasungu. People they do grow tobacco there.
Is the growing of vegetable farming. Now, vegetables are grown mainly in households. When we practice gardens at our homes, that is agricultural activity, whereby we are producing vegetables. So this one also is a activity that falls under that one. Also, another one is fruit farming. Yes, indeed, here in Malawi, different fruits are produced. People they do farm, they do grow different fruits, which some are sold locally, some are exported. So farmers they do practice that. Another farm activity is the layering goats. Yes, in our localities, meaning the communities, people they do rear goats. Goats are reared for different purposes. as we've seen earlier on. They can serve as source of money. They can serve as source of food. So farmers, they do grow their goats for such purposes. Another one is the rearing sheep. Sheep is also reared here in Malawi. Sheep can be a source of different things. You have wool there, you can sell. You have sheep, you can use it as for food, meat. We use sheep in those two different ones. The other one, and probably the last one, is the rearing cattle. Yes, cattle are also reared in large numbers here in Malawi. Farmers, they do rear cattle for different purposes as required. So farmers here in Malawi, they do rear cattle, which are also found locally here in our localities, in our communities. So others, they do keep them for prestige. Others, they keep them for food. Others, they keep them for sale. So they sell different activities, cattle, in as far as they are concerned. Looking at the list is the raising pigs. Pigs are also raised here in Malawi. Pigs also serve different purposes as other animals which we have listed there also serve. So there is also that activity here in Malawi. So these are some of the farming activities that are done under agriculture. So farmers, they do all of these activities here in Malawi. So these activities are under agriculture. So from where we started, we have established the meaning of agriculture. We have also established the meanings of agriculture from the substitution table that we had, and also we have listed some farming activities that fall under agriculture. So moving forward, I will ask you, Renas, to also look at this one as the last one, the growing of trees. Trees are also grown here in Malawi. Trees, as we know them, they serve many purposes. We use them for timber production. We use them for building. We use them in different ways. So also trees are grown. So these ones can be the exotic ones, can be the indigenous ones. But also these farmers, they practice. So as I was already saying, that we have established the meaning of agriculture. We have established it from the substitution table, and also we have listed the farming activities. Now we have to look at this item, such that when I was starting the lesson, I said that we have to know the meaning of agriculture and some activities. So by the end of this lesson, you have to practice to answer these questions that we have read. The first question is, what is agriculture? You have to define agriculture as we have read. So that is our first question. What is agriculture? The second one is, give any other three ways how you can define agriculture. Where did you get this? From the substitution table that I taught you. There are different definitions that we came up from that substitution table. That is the question is pointing you to take those particular answers. The last question, mention any 7 farming activities. Mention any 7 farming activities. These are the ones that we have just finished explaining. So I hope you will not have problem with that one. Mention any 7 farming activities. So that is our first topic, and that is our first exercise from that topic. Moving forward, our next lesson will be branches of agriculture. The agriculture that we have defined, now we'll look into the branches of agriculture. Bye-bye for now.